Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I am Vedanta Agarwal. Lead story. Well, the Maha-political battle and the constitution debate is back in focus yet again. The Prime Minister says that the Congress is against Baba Saheb and the constitutional ideals. This, of course, as he also rakes up the issue of caste census, saying the Congress only wants to divide the Hindus on caste lines. This, as Rahul Gandhi strongly countered the Prime Minister with a booklet of the constitution in his hand, saying that the Congress will protect the constitution from the BJP. Take a look.
कांग्रेस के लोग संविधान के नाम पर अपनी एक अलग लाल किताब बंटवा रहे हैं। कांग्रेस की लाल किताब पर ऊपर तो लिखा है भारत का संविधान, लेकिन लोगों ने जब भीतर से खोला तो पता चला कि लाल किताब कोरी है। सारे पन्ने कोरे, उसमें बाबा साहब के संविधान का एक शब्द भी नहीं लिखा है। ये उनकी बाबा साहब के प्रति जो नफरत है ना, उसका ये नमूना है।
एक तरफ कांग्रेस पार्टी और इंडिया गठबंधन, दूसरी तरफ बीजेपी और आरएसएस। ये लड़ाई है। हम कहते हैं कि संविधान को बचाना है। संविधान हिंदुस्तान का है। संविधान जनता की रक्षा करता है, गरीबों की रक्षा करता है। और बीजेपी चाहती है कि इस संविधान को खत्म किया जाए और जैसे पहले हुआ करता था वैसे एक बार फिर हिंदुस्तान को चलाया जाए।
This is caste is very much in focus as far as Maharashtra is concerned. Caste is much more complicated in Maharashtra as compared to other states in the Hindi heartland. But the Prime Minister has said that the BJP is integrating all castes under one umbrella, whereas the Congress is looking to divide the Hindus on caste lines. The Prime Minister has now given a new slogan. He says, "Ek hai to safe hai," something that has been reiterated by all allies as well as other BJP leaders as well. But this, as the Congress says, that caste census is something that's a prerequisite for any sort of caste integration.
साथियों, कांग्रेस पार्टी जानती है देश जितना कमजोर होगा, कांग्रेस उतनी मजबूत होगी। और जब कांग्रेस मजबूत होगी तो देश मजबूर हो जाएगा। कांग्रेस क्या करती है? अलग अलग जातियों को लड़ाना, यही उसकी चाल है, यही उसका चरित्र है। इसलिए आपको कांग्रेस की इस खतरनाक साजिश से सावधान रहना है। आपको याद रखना है, एक है तो सेफ है।
जो तोड़फोड़ की सरकार यहां बनी है, उस सरकार को फिर से लाने की, मजबूती देने की कोशिश के लिए वो कर रहे हैं। वो कभी नहीं होगा। लोग एक बार देख चुके हैं, आपने चोरी करके हमारे एमएलए को उठा लेके चोरी करके अब सरकार बना ली है। ये कोई आइडियोलॉजी पे नहीं बनी है सरकार। ये सत्ता में आने के लिए हर रीति का वो कोशिश करके किसी तरह सत्ता टिकाना, इस मकसद से वो आघाड़ी की सरकार बनाई है।
क्या आने वाले काल में बाला साहब के वक्त में भी ऐसे प्रयास हुए थे कि शिवसेना का विस्तार जो है महाराष्ट्र से बाहर हो और हमने देखा भी कि कई जगहों पर देश के कई हिस्सों में जो है शिवसेना को लोग चाहते रहे हैं, वहाँ पर इकाइयाँ भी बनी हैं छोटी छोटी, लेकिन होता ये आया है कि कभी बाला साहब जो है पार्टी के प्रसार के लिए कभी राज्य के बाहर उन्होंने दौरे नहीं किए, वहाँ पर गंभीरता से चुनाव नहीं लड़े। क्या आने वाले वक्त में उद्धव जी के नेतृत्व में इस तरह से हम शिवसेना का विस्तार देख पाएंगे?
देखिए, हम चाहते हैं कि विस्तार होना चाहिए पार्टी का। बाला साहब अगर महाराष्ट्र के बाहर अपने कदम रखते तो ज़रूर हमको फ़ायदा होता, लेकिन हमारा अलायंस रहा बीजेपी के साथ। खास करके अयोध्या के आंदोलन के बाद बाला साहब ठाकरे जी की लहर थी हिंदी भाषिक स्टेट में, और हम चुनाव भी लड़ने जा रहे थे उस वक्त 1992 के बाद। समर्थन अच्छा मिल रहा था। बाला साहब ठाकरे हिंदुओं के नेता थे, एक सुपरस्टार बन गए थे। लेकिन जब हमने चुनाव लड़ने का ऐलान किया तो अटल जी का फ़ोन आया बाला साहब को कि बाला साहब अगर आप चुनाव लड़ेंगे तो अपने वोटों का बंटवारा हो जाएगा और फिर एक बार हमारा नुकसान होगा। तो बाला साहब ने हमें कहा, अरे भाई अटल जी का फ़ोन आया था, उनका सम्मान करना चाहिए, तो हम चुनाव नहीं लड़ेंगे। अगर उस वक्त चुनाव लड़ते तो महाराष्ट्र के बाहर हमारे 10-15 सांसद चुनकर आ रहे थे उस वक्त, चाहे उत्तर प्रदेश हो चाहे मध्य प्रदेश हो। एक लहर थी बाला साहब की। उसके बाद हमें महाराष्ट्र के बाहर हर स्टेट में एक चेहरा चाहिए, एक लीडरशिप चाहिए। वो ठीक से हम नहीं ढूंढ पाए या नहीं मिली, तो उससे हमारा नुकसान हो गया। पार्टी का यूनिट्स तो काम करता है, लेकिन जब तक स्टेट को नेता नहीं मिलता है जिसके चेहरे के ऊपर हम पार्टी बढ़ा सकते हैं, ऐसा चेहरा नहीं मिले। फिर भी हम कोशिश तो की। उत्तर प्रदेश में अयोध्या का आंदोलन है, हम बार बार उद्धव जी को लेकर गए अयोध्या में, वहाँ भी कुछ मूवमेंट हमने की। कार्यकर्ता जुड़ा हुआ है लेकिन नेता नहीं है वहाँ।
News now from West Bengal, where a BJP worker was found dead inside the party office in South 24 Parganas. Now remember, the police have said that an ex-lover has confessed to the murder, but this has become a bit of a political flashpoint, with the TMC denying allegations by the BJP that the worker was killed by the TMC. Of course, the investigation is still underway, and all allegations and aspects of this entire case are being investigated by the police. My colleague Saurabh Gupta has more details.
The deceased person was having multiple relationships with more than one ladies, and due to that relationship, due to enmity within the ladies, one lady, namely Sujata Poddar, was taken into our custody. He was interrogated, and she confessed that she had done this crime.
Shocking revelations by the police in a case of murder. Now, a BJP functionary's body was found in what used to be a party office during the elections, was found with injuries, partly decomposed. The body was found there, and the police, of course, found the body after one of the family members of this BJP functionary informed them that perhaps they should search that place, given the fact that he had gone missing, and earlier a missing complaint had been filed with the police. Now, this functionary, of course, his body was found in that office. There were injury marks in his private parts, and a woman has, of course, admitted to the crime, saying that she caused those injuries, and she says that this was because that he was in relationship, and of course she wanted him to get married, but there was refusal, and therefore she also said that there was an attempt by this functionary to try and have physical relations with her, and therefore this she committed this act of attacking him and his private parts. So this is, of course, something that the police have said. They say they have injuries. They found the body in a semi-decomposed state, but also with injury marks on his private parts, according to the inquest. And the police have also said that this person had multiple relationships, and therefore this is something that they've uncovered in their investigation. They're also continuing their investigation in this case. But this, of course, is a shocking revelation, given the fact that there has been allegations and counter-allegations between the BJP and the Trinamool, and also earlier the BJP had targeted the Trinamool over this, but the Trinamool, of course, distanced itself completely, said it had nothing to do with this case, and now, of course, the police in their investigation have said that, this was the result of the fallout of this person's, relationships with multiple women, and also the fact that there was some attempt to have some sort of physical relationship, and therefore there was this woman whom they have now in custody who actually committed this crime, is what the police have told media persons at a press conference held after this incident came to light. With camera person Aniruddha Tripathi in Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Well, this of course is crucial. Bipolls are set to be held in West Bengal, and the state government has flagged various security concerns. In fact, a 5-member delegation of the TMC also met with the Election Commission, flagging these very concerns. Remember, security deployment has been a big political issue as far as the state government and the central government is concerned. Take a look.
It is the Election Commission's deployment rules of 2003 that categorically states that where central deployment is made, in that case they have to have a representative of the state police with them. But what we have seen unfolding in the Bengal by-election is the central forces are working in coordination with the Bengal BJP leaders, not the state police, influencing the voters to vote for the BJP. And today we do not get a hearing before the Election Commission of India. And a minister of the union government is saying what to the state police? That take off your Ashoka symbol and put a chappal there.
Moving on to the big international headline. Well, Vladimir Putin says India deserves a place among the global superpowers. This, of course, as he also says, that India and Russia are natural allies, and we're working together on developing and nurturing strategies for the world. This comes right amid the border disengagement along the line of actual control and the India-China border consensus.
India is our natural partner and ally for decades. It has been so for decades, and I think everyone knows fully well what kind of role was played by the Soviet Union and Russia in India acquiring its independence, the way we supported the Indian nation for decades. Throughout that time, we've built a unique, in its quality and level of trust, relations with the Indian nation, and I can say directly, in this case, and the way we feel and the way we understand, coming from our Indian friends, there is an overall national consensus about the development of relations with Russia, with our country.
Meanwhile, some political news back home in Jharkhand. Both the BJP and the Congress-JMM alliance are rolling out the big guns. Home Minister Amit Shah campaigned in the tribal-dominated state, and he said the Congress wants to snatch away your reservation and give it to the Muslim, a rather contentious remark made by the Home Minister there. Meanwhile, Rahul Gandhi and the Hemant Soren-led JMM continued to push for the caste census. Take a look.
कांग्रेस पार्टी अभी महाराष्ट्र में कोई उलेमाओं के समूह ने उनको एक ज्ञापन दिया कि 10% आरक्षण मुसलमानों को दिया जाए, और कांग्रेस पार्टी के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष ने कहा हम इसमें आपकी मदद करेंगे। एक कांग्रेस पार्टी पिछड़ा वर्ग, दलित और आदिवासी का आरक्षण काटकर मुसलमानों को आरक्षण देना चाहती है।
और मैंने साफ कह दिया, पार्लियामेंट हाउस में मोदी जी के सामने कह दिया, मोदी जी आप जाति जनगणना को रोकने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। मैं और कांग्रेस पार्टी और इंडिया गठबंधन देश को वायदा देते हैं, पार्लियामेंट में, लोकसभा में वायदा देते हैं कि हम जाति जनगणना इसी लोकसभा में पास करवा के दिखाएंगे। और ये जो 50% की दीवार बना रखी है, रिजर्वेशन की दीवार बना रखी है, इसको हम तोड़ के इसको हम परे कर देंगे। झारखंड में हमने कह दिया है आदिवासियों को 26% से 28% रिजर्वेशन हम बढ़ा के दे देंगे, दलितों को 10% से हम 12% कर देंगे, और पिछड़े वर्ग को 14% से हम 27% रिजर्वेशन दिलवा देंगे।
Welcome back in news from the national capital, where a major firing incident has been reported in Delhi's Mundka area, really in the heart of the national capital. One person has been shot dead. This is the third such incident in the national capital in just 24 hours. Let me go across to my colleague Tanushka, joining us on the phone line. Tanushka, the police again probing the gang war angle to this entire firing incident, but pretty concerning there. Law and order certainly in focus right ahead of the assembly elections.
Right, exactly, Vedant. This is a law and order and security concern in the national capital, with the third such incident of firing in one day today. Earlier in the day, there were reports of firing in Kabir Nagar and Jyoti Nagar, while today's the recent incident is from Mundka area. The police are on to their investigation, but they still haven't ascertained if this is part of a gang war or personal enmity, as the deceased was recently released from jail. So this person was shot dead by bike-borne miscreants who carried out the entire incident. There were about 6 rounds of firing, and the attackers shot at this one person who has been identified as someone called Amit, and after the firing they fled the spot. Now this person who is deceased now was earlier lodged in Tihar jail in a robbery case and had recently come out of jail. So as of now, what we know from the police, they are at the spot, investigation is underway, and the gang war angle is of course being looked into amongst the personal enmity angle as well.
All right, Tanushka, thanks very much for joining us for the latest there. As Tanushka is reporting, the police probing all angles, but certainly extremely concerning given the fact that we've seen open gang war in the heart of the national capital. Law and order, remember, comes under the Lieutenant Governor. So this has become a huge Aam Aadmi Party versus the LG flashpoint as well, right ahead of the assembly elections to be held in Delhi early next year. Moving now to Uttar Pradesh, where crucial by-polls are set to be held. Well, bulldozer politics is back in focus yet again, with Akhilesh Yadav hitting out at the Yogi Adityanath government over the fine imposed by the Supreme Court on the Adityanath administration. Akhilesh Yadav says this is a first. Now remember, bulldozer politics has been a huge point of contention in Uttar Pradesh, with the Supreme Court and various other courts pulling up the Yogi Adityanath government for what they call bulldozer justice.
जिनका काम सरकार चलाना है वो बुलडोजर चला रहे हैं और विकास का प्रतीक विनाश का प्रतीक बन गया है कि देश में पहली बार सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बुलडोजर एक्शन के खिलाफ उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार पर 25 लाख का भारी भरकम जुर्माना लगाया है। जजों ने कहा ये सरकार बहुत अहंकारी है, ऐसा लगता है कि यूपी में कानून का राज समाप्त हो गया है, उत्तर प्रदेश में शक्ति और सत्ता का अनुचित दुरुपयोग हो रहा है।
Akhilesh Yadav ji, he is not going to miss an opportunity where he can attack Yogi Adityanath ji, because he has huge repulsion for Bhagwa color. So that is why he tries to seek the things, the opportunities where he can attack Yogi Adityanath ji. I'm not going to make any sort of comment on Honorable Supreme Court. Honorable Supreme Court, they have charged Uttar Pradesh government with hefty fine. So they have got all the reasons for it. But I know one thing, that mistakes can happen. And in this particular case, where this is the case of Mr. Tibrewal, whose house was demolished in 2019 because of the expansion of the highway, a mistake might have happened by the officials or the people of that particular department. If mistake has happened, then definitely they have to face the repercussions. But overall, if you ask me, I will say that there is always a procedure which is being followed by the respective departments. They serve notices. If that notice is not being taken seriously, then definitely action is taken. So if somebody says that it is a bulldozer justice, that is absolutely wrong, because in any government, whether we talk about the government under Samajwadi Party or the BSP or the BJP, these type of anti-encroachment drive is a common thing. But now it is huge hue and cry is made because Uttar Pradesh is being headed by a Bhagwadhari Yogi Adityanath. That is the main problem of Akhilesh Yadav.
And in sports news now, well, Neeraj Chopra is all set to partner with the Czech javelin legend. He will be coached by him. This, of course, is Neeraj Chopra is now aiming for 90 meters, so upping his game really with a new Czech coach. And finally, a first of its kind Paragliding World Cup is being held in Himachal Pradesh. It was the last day of the Paragliding World Cup. More than 100 paragliders from over 50 countries took part in this World Cup. This, of course, is the Himachal Pradesh government continues to push for adventure sports and tourism. And with that, we'll take a short break now, but news continues on the other side.